si Laga 2017 dagi Laakanda Paikalakiba various scheme go to hills ki scheme the mission da go to village ki da khungang da mafam du thengnaba mafam mi singya wana tarba mayam du gi mogi pamjaba mogi financial assistance pina matam da bank ki loan ama tanaba da sathina wana mission projasma thengnaba wa basingdu kokhan bada yam sauna mateng pangba saruk yaba bank amani haibasima da appreciate tawningi.
The Manipur government in a press release clarified that recent reports of the infiltration of 900 trained Kuki militants from Myanmar allegedly to carry out attacks on Meiteis on September 28 could not be substantiated. A statement issued and signed by Manipur Director General of Police DGP Rajiv Singh stated that in view of the recent reactions from different communities regarding input of infiltration of 900 trained Kuki militants from Myanmar to carry out attacks on Meiteis on September 28, it is clarified that the input was verified from different quarters, but it could not be substantiated on the ground. Further, the press note stated that all communities have been assured of their safety and are advised not to believe in rumors or unverified information. Security advisor to the Chief Minister of Manipur, Kuldeep Singh, on September 20th confirmed the infiltration of approximately 900 well-trained Kuki militants from Myanmar. Addressing the media, Singh had said that the police department is treating this alarming development with utmost seriousness, implementing necessary precautionary measures to counter potential threats. Singh's statements come in response to recent intelligence inputs suggesting a coordinated attack plan for September 28. He announced that a strategic operation group meeting was convened on September 18, involving top officials from various security agencies, including the Army, Assam Rifles, and CRPF, to address these grave security concerns. Singh said border security forces, particularly the Assam Rifles, have been placed on high alert in districts bordering Myanmar, such as Ferzol, Churchandpur, and Kamsong. He highlighted the urgent need to monitor areas where militants may possess licensed firearms and explosives, particularly amidst ongoing construction activities. During the 26th meeting of the 57th session of the United Nations Human Rights Council, UNHRC, a chorus of voices emerged to demand immediate international attention to the ongoing turmoil in Manipur and the broader Northeast region of India. More than 3 speakers from various organizations and regions highlighted the severe humanitarian crisis that has persisted for over 500 days, affecting not only Manipur but also neighboring states and countries, including Assam, Bangladesh, and Myanmar. One of the key speakers, Karizam Athoba, the working president of the International Peace and Social Advancement, IPSHA, delivered a poignant address, urging the Council to recognize the escalating violence and its implications on the indigenous population. Athoba's intervention during the general debate on Agenda Item 5 underscored the failure of Indian authorities to protect its citizens amid increasing attacks from armed groups, including narco-terrorist factions. Athoba declared that the situation in Manipur has now surpassed 500 days of turmoil, placing the indigenous native population under severe threat. He emphasized the alarming rise in violence, including drone bombings and coordinated assaults by approximately 900 Kuki militants infiltrating from Myanmar. Despite the presence of over 60,000 Indian troops, Athoba criticized the lack of effective action, suggesting complicity on the part of the government. He urged the UNHRC to intervene and protect the native people, assigned special rapporteurs to assess the situation, and recognize the threat posed by immigrant armed narco-terrorism. He passionately stated that this is not just a regional crisis, it is a grave human rights emergency threatening the existence of one of the oldest civilizations in Western Southeast Asia. Members of the Manipuri diaspora from across Europe and UK are set to arrive this weekend to join an international campaign advocating for the rights of Manipur's indigenous people. Organized by IPSHA, this campaign has been in motion since September 15, 2024, aiming to galvanize support and raise awareness of the dire situation in the region.
Placing the indigenous native population under severe threat. Over the past 15 months, armed groups belonging to Chin-Kuki narco-terrorist groups who are under peace talks with the government of India have launched violent attacks using drone bombings and rockets from far as 7 kilometers away. The situation has escalated to a different level, targeting civilian areas, resulting in several deaths and destruction of properties. Recent alerts reported by the chairman of the Unified Command confirms that approximately 900 Kuki militants have infiltrated Manipur from across the Indo-Myanmar border, planning coordinated assaults against the native population. Despite the deployment of over 60,000 Indian troops in the region, there has been little effective action, raising concerns of government complicity and an apparent prioritization of geopolitical interests over the security of its own native citizens. Manipur's indigenous people are now trapped in a hostage-like situation caught between escalating violence and ineffective state protection. This is not just a regional crisis, it is a grave human rights emergency with far-reaching implications, threatening the very existence of one of the oldest civilizations in Southeast Asia. We urge this council to intervene to protect the native people of Manipur, where the Indian government has failed till date, to assign relevant mandate office and special rapporteurs to assess the ever-deteriorating situations in the region, and also to recognize the threat of immigrant armed narco-terrorism and take necessary actions to stop it from spiraling further. We urgently seek your immediate attention. Thank you.
Civil organizations of Tausem subdivision has temporarily lifted the indefinite total shutdown imposed since September 25, 2024, with immediate effect. The decision follows with agreement between the collective group of CSOs, namely RNCM Tamenglong Zone, JET NCM, TASO, THSU, JET SOM, CSV, and Deputy Commissioner of Tamenglong today. The key agreement points being that the SDO office will be fully functional at Tausem subdivision headquarters on or before November 10, 2024. Failure to meet the deadline will compel CSOs to conduct further agitations. Security forces conducted search operations, area domination in fringe and vulnerable areas of hill and valley districts. During these search operations, security forces recovered one 7.62 mm SLR along with empty magazine, 2 SMG carbine along with 2 magazine, one .32 pistol along with empty magazine, one 9 mm pistol along with empty magazine, one 51 mm para bomb, 4 HE-36 hand grenades without detonator, 2 tube launchings, 2 electronic detonators, 5 Stardyne 90 explosive weighing 125 grams each, 12 live round ammunition rounds, 1 stun grenade, 1 Stinger grenade, 2 38 mm rubber bullets, 3 tear smoke shells, 1 dummy shell, 1 stun shell, 2 tear smoke shells soft nose, 1 tear smoke shell LR, 1 Burfang set by AR and Manipur police from Tekchum, Maningching, Thawal district. In a separate incident, security forces recovered 2 large heavy caliber country-made mortar pompes, 2 number 80 grenades from Naloon, Churchandpur district. The Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum ITLF has condemned statements made by Manipur's Chief Minister and Security Advisor that have allegedly stoked fears of violence between the Meitei and Kuki Jau communities. The ITLF press statement said that what began as a disinformation campaign in response to leaked audio tapes allegedly implicating the Chief Minister in violence against the Kuki Jau community has culminated in heightened tensions and public unrest. This statement read, an intelligence report purportedly originating from the Chief Minister's office claimed that over 900 Kuki militants had infiltrated Manipur from Myanmar. This assertion was quickly challenged, with the Indian Army denying any awareness of such an influx. Despite this, the state's security advisor Kuldeep Singh endorsed the chief minister's claim, amplifying fears among both communities. Social media has since buzzed with posts suggesting potential counterattacks from the Meitei community, while tribal groups brace for what they perceive as imminent aggression. The ITLF said that the state government has attempted to retract its statements, urging the public not to worry. As the situation remains volatile, the ITLF insists that any subsequent violence should be attributed to the chief ministers and his advisors for disseminating unfounded intelligence. The Naga People's Organization NPO and Karong Senapati Town Committee KSTC have issued a joint statement strongly condemning an alleged attempt to set fire to the Sri Sri Pasupati Nath Mandir in Senapati, Manipur. The incident occurred in the early hours of September 25th. According to local sources, the temple was targeted twice in recent weeks, with the second attack resulting in partial damage. CCTV footage reportedly shows a burning log being thrown towards a door inside the temple compound. In earlier footage, a masked individual was seen hiding behind a pillar before fleeing the scene. The NPO and KSTC emphasize Senapati's reputation as a peaceful town where religious freedom is respected. Their statement read, "Any elements which work to break the social serenity is highly condemnable. The organizations have called on authorities to apprehend the culprits promptly." Taking to Twitter, Rajya Sabha MP Semba Sanajawa stated, strongly condemned looting and setting of Sri Pasupati Nath Mandir Senapati Manipur on fire at around 1 a.m. of September 25th. He added that every responsible citizen should condemn such barbaric act because it's an infringement of secularism. The culprits should be booked at the earliest. A devastating fire suspected to have been caused by an electric short circuit ravaged the home of a 50-year-old widow in Imphal West, Manipur today. The victim was identified as Laishram Ongbi Thambalngobi Devi. The blaze began on the second floor of the semi-paka building around 7:30 a.m., spreading rapidly to the lower portion. Thambalngobi Devi, who was working on the ground floor, was alerted by neighbors who noticed smoke blowing from the upper floor. Despite swift response from firefighters and locals, the intense flames destroyed valuable items on the second floor. 3 fire tenders arrived at the scene, containing the blaze and preventing it from spreading to adjacent houses. The full extent of the damage is currently being assessed. Investigation into the exact cause and damage assessment is being carried out. With its first ever retrospective featuring at the 5th edition of the Indian Documentary Film Festival of Bhubaneswar, IDFFB 2024, Manipur filmmaker Habam Pawan Kumar has solidified his position as a pivotal figure in the world of Manipuri cinema, garnering acclaim both in India and abroad. This retrospective offers a fitting occasion to reflect on his 2-decade-long cinematic journey and the profound impact of his distinctive voice in cinema. Organized by the Film Society of Bhubaneswar from September 26 to 29 at the Odyssey Research Center Auditorium, IDFFB 2024 will showcase critically acclaimed films that have been featured at major festivals such as Berlin, Sundance, Rotterdam, IDSFFK Kerala, Busan and New York, among others. Born in Manipur, a state often overlooked in the mainstream narrative of Indian cinema, Pawan Kumar has carved a niche for himself through his unflinching storytelling and the authenticity of his subjects. His films serve as a lens into the socio-political realities of Manipur, a region marked by a complex history of insurgency, ethnic conflicts, and political unrest. However, his narratives go beyond the constraints of regional cinema, resonating with universal themes of human struggle, resilience, and hope. Pawan Kumar's directorial journey began with documentaries, a medium he employed to explore deep into the realities of Manipur. His commitment to telling authentic stories, his courage to tackle difficult subjects, and his mastery of the craft make him a distinct and influential voice in contemporary cinema. The Armed Forces Special Powers Act (AFSPA), which allows certain areas to be declared as disturbed to facilitate security operations, has been extended for 6 more months in parts of Nagaland and Arunachal Pradesh. This decision follows a review of the law and order situation in these northeastern states. According to a notification from the Union Home Ministry, the extension applies to 8 districts and 21 police stations across 5 additional districts of Nagaland. The areas were first declared as disturbed on April 1, 2024 under Section 3 of the Armed Forces Special Powers Act 1958. The extension will now remain in effect from October 1, 2024 for 6 months unless withdrawn earlier. The districts in Nagaland where the AFSPA has been extended include Dimapur, Newland, Chumong-Kedima, Mon, Kifir, Noklak, Fek, and Paran. Additionally, several areas under the jurisdiction of police stations in Kohima, Mokokchung, Longleng, Wokha, and Junheboto district have also been designated as disturbed areas. In a separate notification, the Home Ministry extended AFSPA in 3 districts of Arunachal Pradesh, Tirap, Changlang, and Longding, as well as in areas under the Namsai, Mahadevpur, and Chaukham police stations in Namsai district. These areas bordering the state of Assam have been under AFSPA since April 1, 2024 and will continue to be declared disturbed for another 6 months starting October 1, 2024. The AFSPA grants security forces special powers, including the ability to arrest without a warrant and search premises without judicial approval to maintain law and order in designated regions. Union Home Minister Amit Shah previously said that the AFSPA has been lifted from 70% of the northeastern states but remains in force in certain areas, including Jammu and Kashmir. He also indicated that the government is considering revoking the law in Jammu and Kashmir. In a tragic incident, a milk tanker en route from Uttar Pradesh to Guwahati met with a head-on collision with a truck, leaving the driver trapped inside the vehicle for nearly half an hour. The incident took place on National Highway 27. Hearing the loud crash, local residents rushed to the scene, managing to rescue the driver and swiftly transporting him to a nearby hospital for urgent medical attention. The Sarfanguri police also arrived promptly at the accident site and arranged for the driver to be shifted to the hospital via ambulance. The tractor involved in the accident was registered under the number UP15CT1917. Investigations are ongoing to determine the exact circumstances leading to the collision. In another major success in curbing smuggling activities, Assam Rifles seized Areca nuts and heroin number 4 in Champai district through 2 separate operations on 24 September 2024. Acting on specific intelligence, a joint team of Assam Rifles and Champai Excise and Narcotics conducted the operations, which resulted in the recovery of 4,200 kilograms of Areca nuts and heroin number 4 in Murlan village and Jote village. 2 individuals, both residents of Assam, were apprehended. The confiscated items have been handed over to the Champai Excise and Narcotics Department for further legal action. The State Cabinet yesterday approved proposal to acquire additional land for expansion of the 2 airports in the state, Shillong Airport and Balzac Airport. The state government has also decided to seek necessary permission from the Directorate General of Civil Aviation (DGCA) following the latest survey report indicating the feasibility for expansion of the Shillong Airport for landing of bigger aircraft. Informing this after chairing the meeting, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma said, today's cabinet has given the approval to go ahead and start the process of land acquisition for the Shillong Airport. Referring to a detailed presentation by the Transport Department, the Chief Minister said the process and the planning stage is still. The survey that was done along with the Airport Authority of India, AAI, the survey and technical report have come out feasible. They are on the right track. Now, the actual process starts and they are hopeful that they should be able to extend the runway so that normal commercial flights like Airbus 320 and Boeing 373 can land in the existing airport. On Tuesday, the Airport Authority of India, AAI, had informed the Meghalaya High Court that the expansion of the Shillong Airport's runway by 571 meter can be achieved within a cost of 100 crore rupees by the state government, excluding other costs that will be borne by the Airport Authority of India in the improvement, which will be to tune of 500 crore rupees. AAI General Manager Dr. Gursewak Manish had also explained that by the LIDAR survey, comprehensive survey of the entire airport, including all the requirements, had been conducted. The Chief Minister informed that the work for the Bulzek Airport had started before the process for the Shillong Airport started because the government is looking at a new location for Umroi Airport.
We are happy to inform that we have been able to come out with few options where in the existing airport itself we should be able to extend the runway, which would make it feasible for at least the Airbus A320 and the Boeing 737. 737 is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Boeing 737, which is about 180-170 seater aircrafts. In layman's term, basically the Indigo flights and the SpiceJet flights that we normally take. So this particular study and this particular master plan and this implementation should allow us to make the landing of these aircrafts feasible in the existing airport that we have.
Before we wind up, let's have a quick look at the top news headlines once again. Chief Minister N. Biren urges financial banks concerned to take major responsibility in assisting those affected by recent floods. Recent reports of infiltration of 900 trained Kuki militants from Myanmar could not be substantiated, says Manipur Director General of Police. More than 3 speakers from various organizations and regions highlight severe humanitarian crisis in Manipur at UNHRC's 57th session. Joint civil bodies of Tausem subdivision left indefinite total shutdown along National Highway 37 following agreement with Deputy Commissioner. Security forces recover more arms and ammunition from fringe and vulnerable areas. And Ministry of Home Affairs extends UPSPA 1958 in Nagaland and Arunachal Pradesh for next 6 months. Well, that's all for now. Keep watching IS News and good night.